So session 3 of How Jesus Changes Us. And today I'm looking at how Jesus gives us a good but a realistic self-image. Now, the way we see ourselves depends on a lot of things, but it impacts the way we live our lives very strongly. A healthy self-image is based on knowing that we are loved and that our life matters to others. It can begin right back in the womb. I mean, a mother who doesn't want to be pregnant again might really resent the baby inside her, and the baby can pick up those negative feelings, as against the mother who's absolutely delighted and sings to her baby and talks to her baby and gives it a feeling of being loved from the very beginning. The family we grow up in has a huge impact on how we see ourselves. I remember being at a school camp where the kids were sitting around in a circle and I was sitting between a girl and a boy. And the kids were asked to write 3 words to describe their families. And the boy on my left was writing loving, warm, fun. And the girl on my right was writing dumb, stupid, boring. So I can see which one had the better self-image. Experiences can also affect how we see ourselves. I mean, being bullied or being abused, being laughed at, all those sorts of things will make a very negative impact on how we see ourselves. The self-image that people have varies from the one who thinks that they're the best thing that ever walked the face of this earth to someone who thinks that they're just so horrible that nobody would possibly like them or want anything to do with them. Of course, either extreme is completely unhealthy. So, is it a matter of simply finding a balance between the two? Most of us probably do have that, a mixture of feelings of things we don't like about ourselves and things we're very happy with. But to have a healthy self-image and a true self-image, we need to start in verses 13 and 14 of Psalm 139. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that full well. You see, we are each a creation of God. He made us exactly who we are, and God doesn't make losers. We may not look like a Greek god, we may not be much in the way of a sporting hero, we may not be a great intellect, but we are a creation of God, and He has created us exactly who He means us to be, because He has a purpose for every one of us. God's works are wonderful. I encourage people who feel bad about themselves to type out those verses from Psalm 139, stick them on the mirror where you look at them every morning when you're combing your hair or whatever. The second thing to remember is this: what value do we have to God? God gave His only Son for each one of us. Every life has equal value to God, and its value is the life of Jesus. And there is no greater value than a life can have. The Son of God willingly gave up His life for me. That makes me feel loved and valued. There's an interesting verse in Romans 12. Do not think of yourselves more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourselves with sober judgment in accordance with the faith that God has given you. Whatever ability we have, it's not our doing. It's God's gift to us to be used in His service. Now, certainly we're called to develop the abilities, but He is the one who's given them to us in the first place. We're completely dependent upon Him. Spiritual pride is a very ugly and actually a very dangerous thing. So what is our true self-worth? We're created by God, we're gifted by God, and we've actually been bought back by God. What more could we want?
Who am I that the highest King would welcome me? I was lost, but He brought me in. Oh, His love for me. Oh, His love for me. Through the sun sets free, free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Free at last, He has ransomed me. His grace runs deep. While I was a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, He died for me. Who the Son sets free, always free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. Who the Son sets free, always free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am.